Hey man, do you like heavy metal? I grew up all my life, my young life, loving heavy metal, and this is the rock band rat right here. But actually, this isn't even about music heavy metal. I got another kind of heavy metal to show you today on Nerf News the Iron Ranch Season 2, Episode 16. Because there's quite a few people into heavy metal, dude. But not like this kind of heavy metal. I'll show you. 1 second. Yeah, dude. Heavy freaking metal. Benjamin and G Tang made this piece of heavy metal in the Nerf Caliburn group, dude. It's really awesome. I know I'll stop talking like Bill and Ted, but nonetheless, this is it's heavy. It's about 8 pounds or so. Um, yeah, he's not gonna analyze it. He's gonna keep it like this. So I like it like this. This is really cool. Um, it's a Caliburn. He's running a Pro 26. He's doing about 207 feet per second. I'm betting he can get faster if he didn't run PETG, and I'm betting he can get faster if he went with like a K14 or something. Which of course everyone's gonna say, "Hey man, I'll throw a K14 in there." Well, of course everyone's gonna say that, but it's metal everything, dude. It's metal trigger catch, dude. It's metal. I just can't stop saying the word dude. But the funniest thing I like about it, I love the blue and the silver. Oh, those anodized blue hardware just looks so bitchin'. I wish there was more of that. You see those nuts there? How they're anodized blue? I wish there was more of those. I wish that was anodized blue, dude. And I wish that was anodized blue, dude. Totally. So, it's like every part of this, except for the magwell, the tube, the shotgun grip, and the barrel is aluminum, but the barrel's not even aluminum. This is kind of weird. I know it's Singapore. I understand that. But, man, really? I mean, I'd go with like this. This would totally be anodized blue. Um, it is 8 pounds. It is heavier, but I think what we're going to see with a lot of these aluminum blasters of the future is we're going to see a lot of work lightweighting them and keeping them as solid. Because let's face it, man, an HK Model 91 weighs 8 pounds. A AR-15 weighs 6.5, 7 pounds. An M14 weighs 14 pounds. But still, I mean, I see a lot of room for lightening it. Like, this can be lower. You can get rid of that big chunk right there. I'm betting that's not hollow. And this is not hollow. Like, you can make this hollow. A few other things. But it's really cool to see, like, some serious heavy metal. Yeah. And I'm betting this thing is solid as they come. In general, I really love it. And I myself, too, would keep it silver. I would even polish it. I would break out some polishing compound and polish it to the shiniest of light's delight. Yeah. So, I think he is either Singapore or Hong Kong, but be careful down there. There are real rules about metal blasters. I know Hank from Explorer got in big trouble once for making, like, a full metal blaster, you know? Wow. Wow, just look at that, though. But, I mean, I'm not telling. I think this is awesome. I mean, we all know it's a Nerf blaster. We all know what's what. Oh, but dude, look at this picture back here. Look at these blue screws with the silver. Oh, that's so cool. That is just impressive. That's amazing. You know, I can sit here and talk all day about this blaster and how cool it is and everything else. But I do really think that there will be more developments when it comes to metal blasters. And speaking of more developments, there's another figure from the past who made some metal parts for a blaster. Of course, he can't sell like all metal parts in Singapore, but let's take a look at what Explorer's been up to lately. So this is from Explorer Blasters development. These are parts. don't look like they're all finished yet. I can still see some CNC marks for the X skull. And I think that's a stock adapter for the X skull as well. And so he's making this. This is a blaster that he wouldn't sell me because I was helping out the evil jet blasters. Never mind the fact that he got me into helping out the evil jet blasters to begin with, and he completely turned his back on me. But nonetheless, history. You meet your heroes. You might be disappointed. As a matter of fact, you probably will be. I think if you were to meet me tomorrow, there's a lot of things you'd be disappointed about. My lifestyle, what have you. You know. I like Trenagura's statement. One of the original moderators, admins actually, of Death by Nerf Blaster, Trent. He said, I want to make a wood X-Skull body. Now, that's a good idea. Can you imagine if you made this out of walnut or mahogany or some really cool wood? That would be cool. I'm surprised with all the CNC work, and you can CNC wood. You want some evidence you can CNC wood? Here's some evidence you can CNC wood. And not just painted wood, but, you know, maple. Like, this is Eastern Rock maple right here. My Fender, my Stratocaster, you know. Ha! I need to practice again. But you can see, yeah, so if you can CNC, you know, metal, why can't you CNC wood? If Fender Music Instruments has been CNCing wood forever, why can't you do it with, yeah, why can't you do it for blasters? I think that's a really good idea. But this is really cool. This is an upper assembly. Of course, your whole lower assembly is like 2 metal rails and everything. I really liked the X-Skull when I saw it. Of course, I didn't like the breech system. Nobody does. But the construction itself was pretty cool, you know. But, you know, water under the bridge, what have you. This is really cool. I just hope that he doesn't make like a full metal one and get busted by the Singapore government. Kind of like what happened a couple years ago where he got, well, it was a year ago. It was a year ago. Where they came in and they closed down his whole shop. That was why. Because he went to a Malaysian event, and he came to a Malaysian event with a, with a full metal blaster. So they're real strict about that in Malaysia, Singapore, and everything else. They don't want people having real guns. I mean, that equals freedom, of course, but I never had any complaints. It's a beautiful country. It's give and take, you know what I'm saying? But heavy metal! Oh, yes. Okay, so I want to show you something, and it's not just because it's Worker. I know I rip on Worker a lot. I know, okay. I know a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people think I'm just biased against Worker. No, I'm biased against any company that will take people's stuff or rip stuff off, that sort of thing. This is not quite a rip-off. It's a generic form factor, and that's not the problem with this. But Worker has done a single-shot barrel reload for the rear load for Nerf, rear loading shell for Nerf Zombie Strike/Fire. You need some English help, give me a call. Seriously, okay? And the problem is how much money they want for this. For this little favor of them printing you this and sending it to you. How much do you think they want? Do they want $2? Do they want $5? No! They want much more than that. You want to know why? I don't know why. $9.72 for this little piece of junk. What? It's just like crazy. And I got people like Trip Miller who make shells for about $1 a piece, put brass in them, multi-shots, all sorts of different rolls, shotgun, long range, mega, rifle, he's got a plethora of these. As a matter of fact, if they're selling these for $10, Trip, you want my advice? Sell yours for $5 and the ones with brass for $10. Like the multi-shot ones, it'd be worth it. You would make a killing. I kid you not. And you would just like kick these people's butt. I can't believe this. $13.97 in Australia. Okay. Free postage and returns. Well, that's good. But $10. Just find a friend with a 3D printer for fuck's sakes. That is just way too much money. Okay. And it doesn't look all that great and wonderful. It doesn't look like anything special. I mean, if you're on the Worker site, okay, and you are ordering stuff, okay, and you just happen to have such fire and you want one of these, fine, get one, totally. I understand. Oh, there's only 5 available too, so if you really want to hop on this and waste 10 of your dollars, do it now, because there's only there's 1 view per hour. Oh no, there's 1 view per hour. Yeah! It's chaos. Or you can just talk to my friend Trip Miller. He'll print you up a bunch. I think he should sell them for a good amount. And, so I got good friends. And speaking of good friends, I got good friends that have given me a couple really good packages this week, including one that I am really We're going to see reviews. We're going to see all sorts of stuff. And I'm going to push to 18.5K. So let's open those packages now. And then we'll get back to the news, because this is like really cool. It's package time. It's package time! Woo! Put this drink over here. And put on the movie. And let's rock and roll. I'll have to do it on this one, because my other computer actually doesn't have Blue Velvet on it. But, we gotta watch a David Lynch film. It's... And now for a joyous time of Owl Ranch, and that is letter opening time. This is really, really cool. So, I got this letter from Jason Smith, Blaster Master, and he gave me this really, I think it's this, but let's see, let's open. Let's see. Come on. Aha. Yes, so what this is right here is these are pads that go on the back of Big Blue's stock. You know how, like, a Zeus, it's hard back here, Yeah, you can even lay it down flat on the top floor. Well, this is padding for it. See? And I'm not sure if it's just one pad or, like, if I can laminate these three together, because I think that'd be really bitchin'. Here, let me take these off real quick, because Mr. Happy has an idea. Yeah, can you imagine? Okay, not just one pad, okay, but three. Like, three of them put together, or five, or, that's a cool idea, because then if you have all these laminate pads, you can make this custom height, whatever the heck you want. You want a little longer stock, just slightly, and you want some absorption, especially if you're going artillery rest, like Alan Turbino often shoots artillery rest, and it'd be really nice if you had a padding like that, because it would make the blaster shoot more freely, especially a big long shot like this. So this is actually a really cool idea. Oh, and this is one of my favorite movies right here. David Lynch, Blue Velvet. Oh, yes. All sorts of crazy stuff happens in the sticks. Yeah, that'd be really cool. So I'm going to ask him about this. And ask him what the best use for that is. And then I got one more thing. One thing I've been really anticipating for a long time. I helped him out with it. I helped him come up with some ideas. But what he took with the ideas, he did on his own. And he made it, I think this is going to be the best Chronomat kit ever. Because one thing is, it is 100% scalable. Okay, you can make the barrel as long as you want. You can make the spring as powerful as you want. Everything else. And two, from what I saw, he built this like a brick shithouse. So let's get to this, shall we? So let's open this baby up. I think we got it all ready to go here. Hopefully it's not glitter bomb. Nope, it's not. So first thing is, he gave me one of these catches, which is really cool. So like, I invented a speed tab right here, but I've never gotten to try one of these worker pull tabs. These are really, really cool. I want to give this a shot. Yeah. And this came from Film Focus. Very nice, very nice. Very solid piece. Yeah, it is. And I like the fact that they Worker at least went with a different approach to this. And I'm glad, So, let's open the rest of this up here. We've got ourselves. Yeah. Well, I've been really anticipating this kit for a while. There's an O-ring. And here are the other parts right here. Alright. I have a barrel, so that's probably why he doesn't have the barrels. I actually have one. He updated these with newer ones. He says you'd have to glue them, but there's two standoff pieces here. Oh, look at these standoff pieces. Wow, that's nice. You can tighten these up. This is the front barrel lug here. So he put in actual nuts, and the printing is awesome. Real fine film. I've seen a lot of good printing coming from Singapore lately. That's the standoff piece there. This is the front barrel piece here. And we got ourselves, oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at this breech. Oh, this is very clean looking. There's overhang here to keep your darts in. Really nice, fine filament printing here. Really good work. Really outstanding. He's got a nice funnel here, and the O-ring there, and then he, nice. This is not bad. Wow, nice big diameter, 10 millimeter. Yeah, and it seems like it's still pretty sturdy. Like it will work. Like it will hold up really, really well. Oh, wow. Wow, look at that. That is really just awesome. And then this whole magwell, barrel shroud, barrel guide assembly, reinforcement for the plunger, everything. It's nice and sturdy. I'm going to have a lot of fun putting this together. This is going to be just outstanding. Thank you so much, Ezekiel Ho. Thank you. And I wish you the best of luck for Nerf Easy E. I think that you could really, wow. And then this is for the, I believe that this is your trim out for the magwell. So you can put the magwell in. I'm going to do this to a red Deadpool blaster. So this ought to be really cool. Plus my barrel's red, which I'll be needing. He's got these nice Allen screws into here. Outstanding work, man. Outstanding work. Wow. So thank you so much, and thank you, Jason, for for that. That's gonna be a really big, nice thing. I'm gonna take that to Armageddon, and that's gonna be cool. But this is what the Chronomag kits need. They need like something like this that tells you exactly how to trim it. Because if you don't, it doesn't look tricky, but it is because of these ribs, because of this angle right here. It's actually very tricky to get this right. It's hard. You know, but he gives you the reference so that you can know what you're doing. That is really, really kick ass. Thank you so much. And this is also Katana and Talon, so it has the two releases in there, as you can see. Oh, that's beautiful. That's really gorgeous. Coolness. Now let's get to the rest of the news, shall we? This is really cool. So Chronomag Week is going to start this weekend. That's awesome. And don't go crazy like that guy. Or that guy, for that matter. Okay, so we've seen dual stage hurricanes. We have seen dual stage woozies. You know, which is that Uzi I keep calling Woods Ingram, but he called it a woozy. Okay, woozy it is. But we got Jethro Tull here working on a record-breaking Spinsanity. I've been following this for a few weeks, and I've been meaning to show this, but I was more interested in how far can he take this. I want to see how far he can take this. This is why I didn't report it immediately, because immediately he was doing 162, 158 with a dual-stage Spinsanity. Now, and Spinsanity is pretty cool, because you got 3 magazines that rotates. It's kind of like that Adventure Force blaster that Drac just did. Now check this out. Okay, I know this is probably a peak shot, but he did a 213 with a Spinsanity. 213. And everyone's thinking, oh, you know, a Boomco can't really do it. No, it can. It can. He's also doing 220 with the Batgirl blaster, and I think he is going to get a lot farther than that when I help him out with his seals and everything, because he put the same brass tube that Big Blue has in it. So we're going to see some serious shit on Armageddon. I mean, this guy's got a semi-auto Spinsanity. He's gonna kill out there. I love it, man. And maybe he's doing about 190, 180, 200 average, but it can do it. It can honestly do it. The main thing is the stickiness of the wheels. He wants to improve the stickiness of the wheels and everything else. And a few other things that he's researching and designing, a few things we're getting. But I wanted to wait and see on the numbers because I really felt that, you know, it can improve. Like, here's some past ones where he's showing me over PMs, because he is, well, a good friend of mine, okay? So I got 172, 175, 186, you know, 177. Yeah, so that's his Batgirl blaster, 220. 220 with a Batgirl blaster, though. That's pretty cool. So he is doing some real great. So he's got a record-breaking Spinsanity. It's not over for Boomco yet, especially if Mattel is smart enough to hire this guy as consultant. It's not over yet. But we all know corporate types. I need a drink. Think about corporations. I just need to get drunk. Jeffrey Van Den Hende made this for the Centurion. And the very first thing I thought of Because unlike, okay, dual strike has this problem, but you can't get in here because it's all glued, okay? You can't get in and sand it. How do I get away with it with a dual strike? I sand the inside of it. So that's the same level. I do the same thing for a big shock. You got those two little things that limit the plunger volume. Hot shock, they were smart enough not to limit it at all. But on the big shock, you didn't have that, okay? First thing I said was, dude, where the fuck were you in 2014? We could have seriously used your help. He made a perfect 3D printed covers that go right over this that you can just slap on with glue and boom. This is just great. You know, you're turning this little volume to all that volume. Think about that. And then if you can put like an elite barrel, remember that I think Blaster Forge or Blaster Tech, they made it in Europe, made an elite kit for this. I think it would be really cool. And I said this, we really needed this a few years back. Wow. So I wanted to give some mention of this because this is, why didn't nobody else do it? And also, look how precise he is. You know how precise you have to be to get that? Wow. So the problem with taping this, of course, is that when the plunger goes by it, the air will leak back into this section. And you can't do that. You can't fill them because you can't get inside to sand them. Everything was glued together on it, which was really lame. But I would really, for shits and giggles, love to see how far the real Centurion would go with these. So, Jeffrey, a challenge for you. Can you post a video of a Centurion with these baffles in it? I would love to see it. I will show it on Owl Ranch. I think this is really, really bitchin'. Really, I do. This is far out and just cool, man. Just cool. Definitely going up on Owl Ranch this week because this is just... So it says it's going about 70, 80 feet per second. Let's watch a video of this. Shall we? Okay, so here he is. He's got that cool clear blue one. Okay, let's see. That's not bad. Ooh, whoa. Look at that. I mean, it's not great ranges, but can you imagine if that was elite? Wow. Yeah. See, I think that this is really bitching, but we always remember when we heard my last dart say that the one he saw at the show did like 100 feet and had an electronic trigger and everything. I believe him. I think it really did. And then they changed it. That's my personal opinion, is that's what they did. So Bradley Phillips did a video on, you know, can you be a Nerf sniper with full-length darts? So he did a comparison with the worker darts, and he did a comparison with the ACCs in full-lengths. Okay? So,
I know a lot of you will be wondering about the glue quality.
It's got good glue quality. A lot of people liked it. And a lot of people liked it, but they weren't as esteemed about the red ones, but they are better, yes.
In comparison to ACC's glue, the worker glue seems just as good.
Yep. Well, finally they're fixing the glue issue. So he did a chronograph test. He had to hand load each of the darts into his blaster because he couldn't find really that kind of... he really couldn't find the power and the range if he didn't. But I've seen full-length setups brass. It's about the same. The main thing was that he concluded, and a lot of people run into this, is you got blasters like a Caliburn or a brass breech long shot that can do full lengths. You'll see this problem. One, you have more barrel drag because your foam, your projectile is twice as thick going through brass or aluminum or PETG or whatever. The second problem is you have twice the dots flying through the air. You have twice as much drag. So even at the same, power, you're going to lose about 10, 20, 25 feet of range. He also found that they weren't as accurate and that the worker ones really did lose a lot of power compared to the ACCs. And that's because that head just bobs around and drags the inside of the barrel. I've seen drag marks inside of my barrels when I try to shoot the worker dots. But you could shoot long range, but I could put a carburetor on a brand new Mercedes S-Class as well. Is that going to be great? No. It couldn't run? Yes. But it's not going to be really that good. So do look at Bradley Phillips' channel. Check out his video. He's done a lot of really good comparative videos, and he tries to make it even down the line. He tries to make everything even. And I like that about him. That he tries to even the score, even the comparisons. He's getting into a lot more comparative.
FCC full lengths wasn't too bad. I actually managed to hit the bin 8 times out of 15. However, my FTL3 flywheel blaster can do better than that, hitting 12 out of 15 with half-length Avengeful darts. Additionally, if we overlay the spread of half-length ACC darts fired out of this same blaster, you can see that those are able to hit 15 out of 15.
Yeah.
So now let's test the new work of full-length darts.
So you do lose a lot. You also do lose a lot of accuracy because it's gonna fishtail more. It's gonna have a lot more problems. So I don't know people who are just adamant about full length, and I am just like, it's a jump to go from full length to cut down, but you got to do it. You got to do it. It is a much more efficient system. I mean, even Bradley didn't even have one full length blaster, because we are starting to get into a cut down blaster world when it comes to springers. Now, flywheel, you'll see a lot more of them, but yeah, you'll see a lot more full length usage. And it does work better for flywheels, because what flywheels are, but you get into springers, you're going to get serious into Steffens. That's just the way it is. It's just the craziest thing. So, until next time, this is Chris Cartaya saying, don't you go changing, or I'll find you. This is the Sunbrella and Tomo News, one of my favorite news agencies out of Taiwan. Tomo News, the Fanbrella. So you take a water bottle and it has spray nozzles that spray water on you, and there's like kind of a fan, so they call it a Fanbrella. Dude. One day I'm going to be walking around Disney World with one of these and being eccentric and seriously toting a Fanbrella. It's no joke. Until then, though, I think I'm going to disappear.